Yeah, it's when your door is knocked, don't hesitate to open. Even if you just peep, don't hesitate to peep. So such kind of situations, it has been overdue, and it has happened with so many people. Remember back then, some years back, our brother, that is our brother Ginoham, also went through the same thing. Then in Nebi, I've slightly forgotten about the name of that particular artist. And as we speak right now, the guy collects garbage, you understand? And it's just because people could not come together and find a way forward to that. Then of recent, Ogona Mazima also, the rumors came over. The rumors came that Ogona Mazima also was, Ogona Mazima denia we had betemka nyotere. It had been rumors, but someone with chance me which could Ogona Mazima. I get to realize that there was an issue, but away from that, yeah. Then also some years back, so for us we collect the data. Some years back, my brother also was helped. That is Jerome King. He was also helped with the prayers. That's when, yeah. And then you call kulega mukugi, lembeni in the music industry, but more so. And I've seen the cause of all these things. Sometimes it's the depression. The depression. It comes all about it. It cuts across the depression. You find somebody now out of the depression. Somebody starts smoking. Somebody starts drinking uncontrollable kind of alcohol, and a lot out of depression. So now, you as the entertainer, how can you overcome that depression? Yeah, how can you overcome that depression? Me myself, I didn't believe that Master Parrot could also be a victim after all the, after all the hits that Master Parrot gave us, in the entertainment. Master Parrot, and I don't know whether they are still they have now come up with a solution of what to do with it to him, because the Master Parrot also it says that this guy drinks a lot, and when it comes to putting on, he goes and put up with the mother, he sleeps under the mother's roof. So, of which such kind of things in the years to come, we don't want, like the upcoming guys to experience all those things. So, all this comes to coming together, joining hand and fighting it, not physically, but fighting it mentally. Then how would you do that? So, it's high time that the entertainers, wangewe pool kare juwere nigi leva ketu danwe ni wiginyotere inwango ngatiti depressed inwango ngatipe kaoni ni ema ai kugweno omakeshi desai edoge cham kane nwango ngode na do levene tumechi gamu no ngati wacha ne do nwango manyano ke ni lalo paro cha mi wiya cha inwango ngati madu kongu ngati chako madu pimandango nigi kubangsa makane nwangu chance tekre nwangu chance moku chikende kende kene nwangu chance moku chikende kende mite utilizing chance na maisha. In most cases the entertainers, they're full, let me say they are 95% into drug. And when you're doing drugs, you need to have your pocket needs to be smiling, because after the drug you need to go and refresh yourself. You need to drink, you need to eat. But some, they do it because they want to forget things. They want to forget other things and focus on maybe just that. So you end up running mad. You end up, a lot of things, do happen in that. So we call upon, when such kind of things happens to an entertainer, we need to intervene as socialites and together with the entertainers. So my brother K2K from Koboko, we call upon guys at least, when like I did say it earlier, when your door is knocked, open. If you can't open wide, then peep. Peep to know what is happening outside there. This to all entertainers, not only Koboko, the Lugbaraland, the Aluruland, as long as the Madi, even the guys of Gulu, the actually guys. So please, let's join hand and help the situation on ground right now as it stands. Our brother really needs our help. That is our brother K2K. He's an artist from Koboko. So we pray for that. And continue watching West Night Television. A lot will be coming your way as Sarge MC. I will be bringing that to you back to back. Talking about the celebrity gossip, bankare. Kawa binu kumeni ngeyeni kawa binu nyutu lemanang podi ningi ongocha lemanang pondu. We're making sure na okelo le pondu enu ibedu kungechi ikomle mulari tembre mulari pondu angecha. And of course, let's go for a music break. And when we bounce back, we're gonna be talking. The talking point will be entertainment. While we throw in some little music, it's a Tuesday turn up. We're gonna be turning your vibe upside down. Sarge MC remains my name, the only guy that speaks in capital letter. Let's go for a music break. Right, Deng Ming Mogo, a beautiful jam that is coming in from the guy himself. That is Easy the Lyrical. But remember, that very song had a saga. But of course, there was a saga about that song whereby Walkie Talkie and Easy the Lyrical. Easy the Lyrical got when they went to the studio, and of course it was their own idea, coming up with that, that collaboration. So when they went to the studio, they did the collaboration and the music came out. Then when the music came out, there was a lot of some small, complaint came, of which now Easy the Lyrical said, you know what? I have another song. We can go to the studio and do that song. But for this one here, let me have the song. Yeah, let me do it myself alone. And yet they had already, the other version of the collaboration was already out. Then this guy came out and said, because the song itself, it was really nice. With my bear. The song was a very nice song. So Walkie Talkie could not even, could not take that chance of leaving the song for Gunde alone. So Walkie Talkie went ahead and released the video. Easy the Lyrical went also released the video. So meaning that very particular song has two versions of music video. Easy the Lyrical also did this part, his video, and then also Walkie Talkie also did the video, of which then later on they came and they harmonized everything. Openly, Easy the Lyrical came openly saying that you man, I don't have any issue I don't have any problem with you. So they solved the issue. They found a way of amicably solving the issue. They solved it. So and that is one way or the other of solving things. In our language they say any match jujuk match renang jujuk ko match kaji bo wan ko mind ichwenyo match chade gangi bin jirombi diri gamen wan ka girombi diri gangi to. But pimaliet ichopi kwiungo ku pimaliet magikel pimangode pimangich men ke telemeti ania. Either party, one of the party has to step down, accept the challenge. Because if you're all kibriti, kita waro kibriti of petrol, idira achida kadi bini, achida ningate waro. So, azin kate petrol, azin lemate yiro, as petrol kadi didini, bicho yida dadinia, idi achida mpoda ni mviwere. Lakin ikakite waro petrol, kibriti pe, trust me, you will not find a amicable way of solving issue. Deng Ming Mogo. The saga between Easy the Lyrical and Walkie Talkie just ended there because they knew that they are the ones who started this, and they will also be the one to end it, the saga, and of which it ended very well in that. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're catching us from, remember this is West Night Television. You can as well catch up with us on YouTube right now as we speak. We are live on YouTube. You can as well drop your comment, on Facebook, Facebook, YouTube. You can drop your comment, TikTok, and of course, we are always there for you. So all you need to do, make sure that when you don't have your StarTime dish, get yourself an Azam dish, decoder, and or else Zuku decoder, so that you can be able to catch up with I and I Sarge each and every single time. Nimero kumena mira watch ni kana podi pinyen gi pay bengi. Nuang pinyen gi achel inwanga ni wache Zuku satellite ichano na inamba tongweno abiru adek wache yazam to number adek abusiel abungwen wache StarTime channel number ngwen abiru enike samo kuchikende kende ke pe kumachi patu perere majutie simu Chopka tuning one YouTube. Manigamineno lemo betime is studio kakaindi live. Kore kukore machulu wacha ni kore kukore mignuanga ya imisi ngole bimuku chill. Nimeru kumeni over the weekend, and of course it was on Sunday that Cheza, Jazz with Jaja. Jazz with Jaja, definitely it's a program that has been organized by, headed by the guy themselves. That is a Baby Cool and of course the idea of that came from Baby Cool and Eddie Kenzo. But of course, meanwhile, Kasuku, as also being one of the bloggers around, he also participated in that a bit, of which a lot has happened, during over the week, since yesterday, Monday, and today is Tuesday. A lot of talking points about that. And away from that, Lil Pazzo came openly, talking about the federation, the money that has been given to the artists, and yet the gathering was only for the bloggers and the social media influencers. Let me say the YouTubers headed by Kasuku, then the TikTokers and the rest of the people who always blog, or the rest of the bloggers. So Lil Pazzo as an artist, in fact, artists were not supposed to be there, but Lil Pazzo happened to be there, and he was given the chance to talk. And according to Lil Pazzo is saying that for him, he doesn't have any problem. But the problem here is that the guys, let me say the president, the guys who are forwarding the cash for the entertainers, for the creatives, these guys, they give money to their own friends. Yeah, that's according to Lil Pazzo. That when you're their friends, they call you and they give you the money. Now, for people like him, who babbles a lot, it's really very hard for him to get the money. And second, what Lil Pazzo did say that, Lil Pazzo also went ahead and said that these people, they give money to people who do not need help, people who are already well off. That's Lil Pazzo for you. They give money to the people who are already well off. That's why you see the guys who are struggling, they go mentally ill, because of depression. Because of depression, they end up, drinking themselves off, smoking, doing a lot of drugs because of this depression. But for me, if you ask me, Saj, I would say maybe it's also right in one way or the other, because we have seen this federation itself, the people, when you talk about the money bit of it, we have seen so many people who are getting a huge amount of money, back, right there within the cities, the capital city square. We have seen so many artists, and they have considered the artists with the names to get the bigger portion, and they are being given, when they back, when they back like this, or when they sneeze, money comes out, because they know that once they start popping their nose and saying so many things about the organization, the federation, things will go wrong. That's why you see, I support Lil Pazzo the other side around. But of course, him as being Lil Pazzo, he also did say that for him, he doesn't want to get himself involved in that in front of the president. He doesn't want to get himself involved in that. But for him, he wants his share to be given to him as Lil Pazzo. He does not want to associate with those other people. So now, Eddie Kenzo also saying this, that, there are some people who always wants to eat alone. You bring food on the table for everybody. They'll bring their own plates. They'll want to serve their own food, which is also right. Eddie Kenzo, as the president, he also spoke sense there. We have seen so many people, when it comes to gathering, they don't want to associate with the gathering. So the gathering that we're talking about here is the association, of which, under the association, me myself I'm even asking questions, because it says that money was given to all to the Northerners as it stands right now. Money was given to the Northerners in their account, in their associations. Like the Northern guys, how many associations do you have in Northern Uganda? We have, if I'm told, we have the one that is being led by Laxi Mover, and we have this one that is being led by the Gama now. I don't know who is the interim president. Then we have Grama, that is in the Greater Aluru sub-region. Should it be that all these three in northern Uganda? Maybe we also have in Karamoja. That's what I don't understand. But I'm yet to get to that side to know whether maybe Karamoja also they have their own association. But I believe that maybe Soroti guys, because there are so many artists in Soroti within that settlement. The Serere, I've seen Gundi, the guys of Kumi, they also lie under Soroti, because when you talk of Kumi, we have so many artists within Kumi coming this other side of Soroti, going to Tororo and the rest of the things. So these are all should be under northern Uganda. But now, the question here is that the money has been given to this association, like 110 million. That is in northern Uganda. So when you look at this, in under one association, we have more than 150 artists in these associations. So now the money is 110 million. If I'm told all these subscribes to the money, how much do you think each person will get? How much do you think each person will get? You are given 110 million and you're 150 plus in the association, and you need the money to go and do something else. How much do you think, you as people out there, how much do you think per person, per artist will get? Because the money say that it's given to the circle. You borrow that money as loan. You borrow the money as loans, and you are eligible to refund the money. So now, if I'm told you are to borrow 500,000 shillings, if everybody is supposed to get the money, 500,000 shillings, maybe 300. How much? What type of business do you think an artist will do with that kind of with that amount of money? 500,000 is not even enough for the studio section. Like for an audio. Because for an audio, you need a lot of things. You need to vibe, the vibe itself. You need to pay the producer. The 500,000 of late, it's not even enough for to produce an audio. So me, I would say maybe it's for the beginning or not. But of course, then when it smokes, we always, in my language, they always say that smoke will never come where there's no fire. When you light up a fire, trust me, whether you like it or not, smoke will definitely come. So the smoke that we are talking about here is those issues that comes when something is, when something has been given in terms of money. Money, I call money as the root of all evil things. Because where there's money, expect a lot of problems where there is money. So Sarge MC remains my name, the only guy that speaks in capital letter. Not forgetting that Goody came up. That is, we're talking about Full Figure came. Full Figure came to support the lights of Eddie Kenzo, and that is Eddie Kenzo and Biebe Cool. She's the person, when you look at Full Figure, she's a serious person. When it comes to that, she talks a lot, and sometimes she talks sense. And at times, what she does always each and every single time. So Full Figure coming forward to defend the lights of Biebe Cool and Eddie Kenzo. Crowd became riled, and of course a lot of noise started coming from the bloggers, from the TikTokers. They came with a lot of noise. So the president couldn't take it. President had to send her to ask her to sit down. Then from there, President started breaking it down. According to Lil Pajo is saying that SACCO itself, it's not working out. Then the president of Uganda asked for an opinion. What should him, as the president, as the judge of Uganda, what should he do? He started giving some advice to the people. Maybe he should if SACCO is bringing a lot of problems, they should come up with another idea, But now, coming up with another idea needs also more money as it stands. It will also need more money. So now, me, myself, when you ask me, because I will always tell you my mind. When you ask me about all these things comes back to, to the amount of money that is supposed to be disposed out. And then, secondly, people complaining about that, it's true. it's true that the money is very little, and the association itself, the association itself has a lot of people, a lot of number of people, in the association. So if need to be, maybe we should wait for the 20 billion that the president had pledged for, that will be adding to the entertainment sector, around 20 billion. That is, if all goes well and everything is well as it stands right now. Meaning that during the financial year, maybe the 20 billion can be disposed into the different account, into federation's account, then will be split into different departments. Then away from that, 5 billion was given to the bloggers. Maybe say talking about the YouTubers, which was headed by the guy himself, that is CHUKU. CHUKU came up with CHUKU blended everything. Then the 5 billion was given to the circle. The money that was given is supposed to be given to the circle of the YouTubers, let me say generally, the TikTok, the bloggers, and the rest of the people. But now, here, where I get the problem here, I don't know whether that money will also reach northern Uganda, because when you look at that, the square perimeter of that centered in the central. The money has been given to CHUKU. That is, let me say the money will be given to CHUKU, the 5 billion shillings, to cater for the YouTubers. I don't know how they are going to divide the money, or the YouTubers are going to get themselves in, maybe create an association where the money can be deposited in the association. But now, the question is, we have YouTubers in West Nile, we have YouTubers in northern Uganda, in eastern and western Uganda. So now, how will that money be distributed? That is the question. And that's where the smoke will definitely come. Because I've not seen any, I did not see any, maybe they did not show themselves, any northerners who attended that Jazz with the Jaja, the session. This is the second edition, Jazz with Jaja. So now, should we, as northerners, also expect some little out of that, or northerners should forget about that? That is for the bloggers you there. So now, this is the time the guys of northern Uganda, you should also raise up. Raise up the bloggers. So also need to come forward and make sure that you come forward, so that you can also get a little tip out of that, out of that money. Don't be left behind. Don't be left behind, because you see artists are complaining, as Lil Pasha right now stands in the chance, he stand a chance maybe to get his own money. That is if all goes well. So how about you, my brothers and sisters, who are also doing the same thing in this industry? Because we have been neglected for a very long time. And remember last time I talked about the money that will be given to the journalists who were doing the campaign, who were, giving the report about the presidential election, presidential campaign, and the rest of the things. Each journalist is eligible to more than 20 million Ugandan shillings, 25 to 20 million Ugandan shillings. While artists, they will be getting from 200 millions. You understand? Those who participated in that. So, being also a Ugandan and being a concerned citizen, you have the right, to raise up your voice, but it should be positively, not negatively. And whatever you're doing, make sure that you do it knowing the repercussions, Always it comes with the package. Donc, ni medu kumena mera wachonia. Icheyenga, lemema dupa kado in doke kom Jazz with Jaja. En ke Jazz with Jaja, the second edition, muga menti mere uberu wakani, ikambala kucheja muga mbe nwangere niya, sente moku gimire ni bloggers, ni dano magibe ni dano magiti YouTube, magi go kieto stories, gi hosting dani YouTube punanga again, ma kasuku heading lembeja gire. Ugamenu wangani ya sende moku mire billion a bish, mani au beshika mire, ni YouTubers, ko bloggers, ni kunu TikTokers gi dano moku gemeni gi sende moku tie mo beshika mire ni dano ngi. Do chalo initial ngati ma endie. Sawa ne dar pinro mo chali dan mi northern Uganda ka mi tunkumalu mi Uganda. Sawa ne dar pinro ma at least in the day you should have a, in the market kenwang pinyo kumanya nok me kai kum cake ne meja woke makinde de kai kede ni ka kum cake makinde de wondi makike wot wondi mo kunya nok ma obedungo ni makesha negative cha lil pazo de sha kudawo wacho ni en ikom sende majobe mio ni dano en ginwanga ni which paidi kenzo gitingu sende gimio ni dano mu peku dano mu tiyo ku peku zo gingeongo dano en dano mu tiyo ku peku jumi gisende mo kumanya tendo ma in giri gamen wanga ni an gira ga wanya sa mo kunyo lil pazo de bebedu right sa mo kun bien lebe kano betimene kay bebedu ling lemene game medre katimina meda ega match kumene en chalo lil pazo mako jutimangode jutima pare ewe juwang president mi Uganda wacho in ma pare en ma pare na ngebe kwayo o mako juting yo me bank de ngeu kile me controlling ko pare ne mane dikezo wacho na in chalo jara wed chopi miringo sende mane mako ipar peri ni mako nya jumi sende mo mako gier ot kono juma ko mi sende mako timangode chopi temene ngo pia ni adano duong mo mako unzo onwang kum sende echade kani nwangu single daka beach de nango de peri chance peri ram echa menwangu single daka beach echa kani nwangu ma ede na chambe ugameni wangere ni sente moko dar penimondo i account pa federation mi northern Uganda pa group ajuru werenigi mon wangere ni million daka shell ko da par ni nwang million daka shell ko da par gameni wangani ko woni i association ma gine group ne ma nwang moko juru weru te daka shell ko pira beach ko wiye jurwel moko nyogitie Dakario gi igam nwangu poku sente enigi ebedoge bekelo lembe madit poku sente enigi igam doge kelle madit nang an chikri para wachere kana nya sende ne wange nang chope mede pene ka no million Dakachel ko apar dan Dakachel ko pira bish ku wi kaw mako ci poku sente na poka jumoko nwangu million Daka biki moko nwangu nyu singe Daka degi o kam no ngane lembe tagi podi chope darungu chan padano mi gine chan palempa mokene enigi gamno kene makonia ichi studio igoi wer kaichi the studio ko ni go wer testing nyo Daka ngwen production video ne dp kumsene makena makusene bentiana magoi materi studio mi audio gamdo ginwangu sende mi gine mitimu video ne de ikumsene cha kai timu pinye kai gam cha marketing wer peri igamno ani you will start getting bookings ma bookings echa da madonga mi keli risende gamdo gisholo loan misako meno ngilari gamwe de gamno ani lembe nigi ebetimre kumenini danu buong tie ka wishu lembe donc imke paro peri utie ango ikum lembe ne ma eni for us as entertainers as you know we will always keep on telling you, we shall be telling you whatever is trending or whatever is happening in the music industry. CHUKU still remains my name, and of course in the last hour of the show we're going to be talking about Fefe Bushi's concert coming in in this May 16th May. But of course, he had a lot of things that he talked about in his preparation. So let's first go for the music break. And when we bounce back, we're going to be talking about that. CHUKU remains my name. Let's go for the music break.